So we are back. Let us round up with discussions on human relations in the workplace. Let me make sure you can see my screen. Okay. Now, the best way to define the human relations is that, or is to say that, excuse me, is to say that it is those relations with or between people, especially in the workplace or in a professional setting. So those relationships that exist or that between one person and the other. The bottom line is this: it is relationship with or between people in the workplace, at the professional setting, in a non-for-profit organization and for non-profit organization, and so on and so forth. But when we use it for this class, we are referring to human relations in a workplace or in a professional setting. So now this has become increasingly important for many reasons. Because one is that it can help us in our workplace. Understanding human relations can help us in the workplace. And it can also assist us in achieving career success. And the second is that better human relationship. But if we improve our skills in human relations, then we are more likely to grow both professionally and personally. So now, another one reason is that if we know how to get along with others, I mean, this is a common knowledge. I mean, it's a common sense thing. If you can know how to, get along with others, how to avoid or how to resolve conflict at the workplace, how to manage relationships in general, how to communicate well, and how to make good decisions, then the sky is our limit. Now, let us now look at the importance of human relations in today's workplace. Now, as we all know, most people now are especially in the United States, are employed in the service occupations, customer service, lawyers, doctors, nurses, teachers, salespeople, those that work in auto shops, dealerships, restaurants. So the amount of production, industrial production, is not as big as it used to be. A lot of people are now engaged in the service sector. So in this sector, success depends on how well the customer is served. So good customer service is the key. So in other words, all business decisions today hinge ultimately on conversations and relationships. So not only that, business dealings are even more personal, becoming more personal. So this makes the study of human relations or having good human relations skills even more important. Now, another one is this. When you look at some of the reasons why people are fired at their jobs, most of them, majority of them, or I would say, a significant amount of those reasons relate back to lack of human relation skills. When I say that, I mean things like being fired due to inability to work in a team. Those that are fired because they can't work in a team. They cannot, work as a team. They violate team rules, or they have some kind of personality issues. or maybe sexual harassment problem, or dishonesty. Honesty. This boils down to, or relate back to human relations. Now, the third one is that people who are more competent team players and who have good work ethic. Having good work ethic also relate back to being a good team player. They usually get promoted faster. Published evidence have it that as much as 85% of your success in life is determined by social skills and the ability to interact positively and effectively with others. Now, I've worked for a college where it's a small college before, whereby we have human relationship skill is can help you a lot in getting a bump in salary or or even a promotion. Now, in that company, that college, I've seen people who, if they get, they cannot relate well with the management. The slightest mistake they make, they'll get, fired. But as those people, there are some people who have good human relationship skills and who relate well with management. When they made the same mistake that somebody was fired for, but they made a mistake that is even bigger than that, nothing will happen to them. They'll just give them a smile or maybe a slap in the wrist, and life goes on. So it is actually true. If you have a good human relationship skill, you are building a kind of buffer zone around you, so that your job will be, protected. Another one is this. Another reason to develop good relationship skills is others is have to do with something that is personal this time, your personal happiness. So, in other words, joy in life comes from happy relationship with other people. If you can relate well with other people, you can, be happy. You'll be happy. Now, there's this bar I used to go to when I was in graduate school. There was a time, there's this customer that comes to that bar, very friendly, everybody knows him. He was a very nice guy. So when the bar was looking for a new barman, they advertised the flyer. Some people applied, but the moment that guy indicated that he won the job, he was given the job because they know him, they know what he has. He's been coming there for some time, and they know he has a good personality, which is very important in the job of a barman, and they hired him. There might be some among the applicants, those who have years of experience working in the bar, but for some reason, the proprietor of the bar, the owner of the bar, feel very comfortable with him, and then he was hired. And of course, because he was known in the bar, he was almost like a celebrity at the bar, So now, to build superior work team, people need greater competence in human relation skills. According to the National Science Foundation, in the 1980s, the Japanese companies of the period were more productive than the American companies, mainly because of their collaborative work relationships. Japan's know how to work as they have more collectivist culture than the United States. The United States is more of individualistic. Both of them have their advantages and disadvantages. So now here are the key principles of human relations. One is treat each employee as individuals. Yes, employees want to be treated well. A key principle of human relations is for the organization to consider individual factors and how they can be influenced to increase motivation. Yes, those factors that individuals, people you perceive that are important to people, if you see how you can leverage them to increase motivation, to motivate them, their workers. That is a very important principle. So that this might include initiative that looks to change or improve the employee's personal circumstance or any in and outside the workplace, as well as their personal desire and perceptions. The other one is to promote positive group values and relationship. So generally speaking, we know that people have social needs and the need to interact at the workplace. So therefore, one key principle of human relationship is that the organization must find a way to promote positive group values and relationship so that social pressure will produce a significant amount of teamwork, or what I call a productive teamwork, and also positive employee attitude to each to behaviors. So you have to figure out a way to provide the opportunity for this to happen, because individuals have social needs and also have the need to interact well at the workplace. Now, ensure effective management and supervision. So this is also important. Usually, it is many management writers has it that a majority of behavior and attitude or emotion that workers exhibit have their genesis in their supervisor's actions. So the way you treat the workers can either reduce stress or increase stress. So as a manager, you have to figure out a way to reduce stress in your workers. And so, in other words, it's important that you the manager or the leader follow the key principle of human relation that must ensure that, let me put it this way, you have to figure out a way, if you don't already do that, to understand psychology, what motivates behavior in their employees. So when you find that, one way of doing that is to be sensitive to the needs of your employees. Another one is how to communicate effectively. Make them, effective communication is very important in the workplace. Make them understand what you want them to do, and help them to understand what will happen if they achieve or participate in achieving the goal of the company, how they will be rewarded or appreciated, and so on and so forth. Give them feedback, supportive, constructive feedback, which can be supportive and motivating. Then empower employees and allow some degree of autonomy. Give them some more responsibility. Show them that you taught them enough to allow them such responsibility. So they feel wanted, they feel appreciated, they feel that they are trusted, and usually this always lead to positive outcome. Another one is establish effective organizational conditions, improve the working conditions. So as the leader or the manager, your organization houses and control all the underlying conditions for all of the things that we mentioned in the previous slides. So that one key principle is that the organization or the CEO or the human resources manager or whoever is in charge must create working conditions that allow and promote increased individual and group attitudes towards work. So now, physical conditions, make sure that working conditions are safe and conducive. Make sure that there's social and there's a cordial relationship. I'll put it this way: social and other related working conditions are good enough to promote employee productivity. Now, compensate your employees well. I mean, pay them what is fair. You know, pay them what is fair with respect to the job that they do. Accept during meetings, accept the input of all managers, supervisors, and employees. So every input, every suggestion have to be evaluated on its merit, regardless of where it comes from, whether it's from the manager or supervisor or even floor employees. They have to be evaluated, and to make sure that the interest of everyone is aligned. So when all these things are followed, are applied, then the outcome will be positive. So the company can achieve original goals of inspiring the company loyalty, discouraging high employee turnover, and unionization, and also preserving good face for the public. At this point, we are going to end for tonight, and I will take your attendance so that you can leave. Any question for me before we leave?
Professor, I have a question. For the quizzes, sometimes, like, say if you put a dash in the answer or something like that, it'll make your whole answer wrong. So are you going to review those for those, like,
if you send me, I see. If an answer does not require a dash,
when you write it, how it.
Hello.
Yeah, that's somebody else talking, not me. But they breaking.
Okay. If an answer doesn't require a dash, please don't. You know, this is.
When you.
Hold on. If it doesn't require a dash, please don't. Remember, this is computer. So don't put. If there's no a dash in that answer, don't put a dash. However, what you said, if you can send me a screenshot of what you said, so I can look at everything, that particular question that you're talking about. Send me a screenshot. I will look at it and see. But I can't guarantee you a change unless it makes sense to change it. Okay. If it's only dash, is the problem. Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Send me a screenshot of that question and so I can see that it is only dash.
So do you want us to spell out?
Not us, I mean you. I have a problem. I want you to speak for yourself.
So do you want us to spell out the answers?
So if the answer is not spelled correctly, then there's nothing I can do about it.
Do you want us to spell out the answers?
Hello? Your voice is breaking up. I want you to spell the answer correctly, and if it doesn't require dash, don't put dash. Okay? Hello? Hello? Yeah. Please, me myself, I want to call your names. I got Binta Gilman.
Okay.
Binta Gilman.
Okay.
Binta Gilman, I've checked you. You can leave now. Devon, I have you in here.
I'm here.
Okay, checked you. Thompson area, Thompson.
Here.
Okay, Thompson. Good, just 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, this is scan. Okay, well, I called you Eric Thompson. What is it? Oh yeah, got it. So Giselle.
I'm here.
Okay, so you can leave now. Who else? I have India Amwood. In India, Kenya.
I'm here, Professor.
Yeah. Now Pittman, Leah Pittman.
I'm here.
Okay, got you. Tema Jones.
Yeah.
Professor, did you call my name, Binta Garman?
Say it again. Yes, I did. I think I called you first.
Oh, I apologize. I'm here. My service going in and out.
Okay. All right. I think we have a go ahead and start writing your papers. Like I said, I'm gonna extend the due date for that paper to Wednesday next week, so you have enough time to write it. Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And have a good night.
You too.
Thanks, you too. I have a question for you though. As far as like the previous person said, what are you doing anything regarding like the test giving wrong answers?
So what I told her was that if the spelling is incorrect, there's not I can do about it. You have to be correct.
So I can tell you now that the spelling isn't incorrect. The only thing that I seen was I put 2 spaces.
In that case, send me a screenshot of that question to my email. I will look at it. If what you tell me is the only if the 2 spaces is the only problem, then I'll update the grade. Yep. Sure.
Okay. I'll send it to you right now.
Sure. So when you send it now, I may have to check it in the weekend. So don't be patient, okay?
That's fine. I'm gonna just send it to you. It was for test 7, question number 1. So
sure, go ahead.
But okay, cool.
All right. Have a good night, all right?
You too.